You've been a very passionate advocate of Industry 4.0, the so-called fourth industrial revolution. I wonder in layman's terms whether you could explain exactly what Industry 4.0 is and why it's having such an impact.
Yeah, well, I'll have a go. And in simple terms, it's actually quite easy. So when I used to run a factory, so I actually ended up running the factory that I've talked about a few times in Congleton. So I was the general manager there running a factory. And back in those days, you ran factories of the basis that you needed to standardize the product as much as possible. So as much as possible, make one product that you can pretty much in a standard way ship around the world. Not always quite as easy as that. And the principle was put volume into the factory, and volume and standards then drives high efficiencies within the factories. That was sort of very simply the philosophy of running efficient factories, let's say 20 years ago. Today the philosophy is moving much more towards every product, every single item that runs through the production line being personalized to a particular individual who has ordered that product. But being able to do that in a way that is as productive or even more productive than the mass production I previously talked about. So Industry 4.0 is basically you being able to go online, personalize your product. So let's make it a car, and you personally, you pick exactly what you want out of thousands of variants. You know, you can even have your name written on the headrest because that's just what you fancy. And by the way, because this production is so efficient, it's not going to cost you much more to do that because it almost happens automatically. And then what will happen is that order will go into the production environment, and in the production environment, the factory will self-organize itself around the production. It will say, aha, here's a Jaguar Land Rover I've just ordered. It's going to be slightly longer than the normal version, so I'll go and pick up a certain chassis, and it will then start running down a production line, and the machines know it's your order, and they will say, this is Keishney that has ordered this, so I now need to do this. Right, where does it need to go next? Well, the next machine will tell this machine, I've now got capacity, so please send it over to me. So all of these machines and everything is communicating with one another. By the way, you can look into this production environment and see what's going on and where your product is, you know, with webcams showing you what's happening, and ultimately this product of yours will come out of the other end. All the history of the production process is stored, and you know, and you get delivered a fabulous product at a very, very good price, and you're happy because it's personalized to you personally. So that's the sort of
I'd be very happy indeed.